It's our first day in Japan. We arrived at January 1 and it's currently January 2, and today we're scheduled to go to Universal Studios, but we have some free time in the morning, so we decided to walk to Dotonbori before the crowds arrive and just get a feel for the weather. It's winter and I live in a tropical country, so it's something we wanted to get used to. We flew out with my in-laws and my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, and their family. So this is us now at Dotonbori. It's around 10 a.m. and there's quite a bit of a crowd now. A lot of the stores are still closed, so we're having a look around just to see what's open. We saw the store. I don't know how you pronounce it. Is it Gigo? It's this store that's filled with a lot of claw machines. So it was the first store that we saw that was open. So we brought my daughter here and we wanted to play, but the machine didn't accept credit cards. So we decided that we should just get back. Well, we never did, but we had to look around just to see what's up. As you can see, the crowds are starting to build, so we decided to go back to the hotel because we have time just for a quick lunch. Then a van will pick us up and take us to Universal Studios. It's not our first time in Osaka. We've been here a couple of times, well, more than a couple of times, but it's our first time traveling with my daughter. Meanwhile, at Universal Studios, so we arrived at around almost 12:30 or 1. Of course, we had to stop by at the infamous Globe and take a couple of photos. As soon as we got in, my daughter made a beeline for these balloons and she just had to have them. These were about 2,000 yen. And well, for me, they're quite expensive, but she was in a bit of a mood, so we just had to get them immediately. Also, the guy has this whole process of measuring your hand, tying it on this weighted thing, which I think is really cool because your balloon doesn't fly away. And I think that's probably like half of what I paid for. Too bad we couldn't bring the balloon home because of the helium. We decided to walk around and have a look at the kiddie area. It's funny how we've been to this place before, but we never really stopped and appreciated it as much. And now that I have a toddler on tow, it's the first thing that we went to. Well, actually we were here for Nintendo, but our entrance for the Express Pass is at around 5 p.m. So we're waiting for that. And in the meanwhile, we're just going around. I was so happy my daughter got to try the carousel for the first time, and I don't have a video because it was kind of hard trying to maneuver it because my husband and my son was out. They were like in a queue for something else, and I was just with her and my sister-in-law, so that's a good memory. It's almost 5 and we decided to have a quick snack. So I had to try something very universal. So I had this Conan drink, which is Sprite and some strawberry sprinkles and some like lemonade or something. And I had that shortcake, which was yummy. We're on our way to Nintendo. And in case you didn't know, if you're going to Universal Studios, you have to buy the ticket. So we got the basic ticket in Cloak. Then to enter Nintendo World or Harry Potter, you have to buy a separate Express Pass ticket. And it's timed, so you can't just go in. So for us, our slot was around 5 p.m. And I suggest that you really wait for the tickets and buy them because they sell out really fast. A week after we bought our tickets, my husband said that the prices went up and it's very much in demand. And they also have this new thing, this Donkey Kong thing. So I guess a lot of people are visiting. Also, it's the holidays, so that might be a thing too. While we were in line to Nintendo World, before we actually got to this space, there's like a queue where they check your tickets. And I heard this girl who was practically begging the ushers, asking them that they didn't know that you needed an express pass to get in. So she was asking where she could buy it. But unfortunately, you can't anymore. They're sold out. So she was saying that this was the reason why they went to Universal Studios. So I suggest to buy all your tickets online in advance, just to be sure. So we're finally here inside. It's around 5 o'clock, 5:30ish, and I think the skies are just perfect. It was so amazing. You go inside a tunnel and it opens up to this. Unfortunately, that video got corrupted. So the first thing we saw was Princess Peach, and we were like, okay, the queues are very long. The Yoshi ride is about 120 minutes waiting time, and there's no way we can do it. So we decided to have a picture with Princess Peach. We're here at Donkey Kong Country and we just wanted to check it out and see what's inside. This is the new attraction. It's really nice inside. There was a mascot of Donkey Kong, but my daughter was a bit afraid, so we didn't have a photo taken. Also, this pose is my daughter's new thing. She likes doing this whenever I carry her.
Hi, Sisi.
That's really your voice?
Oh,
Wait, I need
hi, Sisi.
You're supposed to inhale?
Yeah. Breathe in.
Sissy.
So my husband and my son were playing with the balloon, inhaling the helium. We all had to try it and it was so much fun, and I think that was so worth it. Unfortunately, while we were having fun, my daughter was quite confused because her balloon was being inhaled. It's officially our second day here, and my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and their family decided to go to Nara Park to visit the deers. We decided to just stay behind at the hotel. We were staying at the Hotel Nico, and it's along Shinseibashi, and when you cross the street, all the stores are there. So we decided to kind of take the day off and do a bit of shopping here and there because our schedule was so jam-packed that we didn't really have a lot of free time. This ramen place is apparently very popular. It used to be a small ramen place that we always went to. Me and my husband, then I was able to bring my son there too. And now it's so fun because we're able to bring my daughter and she just loves ramen. We're walking around Dotonbori and seeing all the different food that we tried. This was a bit of a kids trip, and this trip is a bit different. Like, we weren't able to do a lot of stuff that we normally do, but it was fun. Later that night, my father-in-law wanted to have ramen, so we all decided to go to Ichiran. On the next day, we went up to Mount Rokko. I woke up with the worst feeling. I got sick. I think it's the flu, but I was feeling a bit better after breakfast, so I decided to go because I knew that my husband and my kids would probably stay behind with me and just stay in the hotel. I ended up staying in the lodge. Well, it's actually kind of like a restaurant indoors. And I stayed there the whole trip because I was feeling bad. I still have a bit of cough. I'm glad that my kids got to try it. They went on the sled, and we hardly have any videos or anything. And my daughter had much more fun in the playground than playing in the snow. It's our last day, and we're all very tired, and we decided to take a nap. And of course, my daughter has energy and decided to play around in the hotel room. Our hotel room is quite small. Well, actually it's not, but since we have like 3 double beds set up, apparently very small since we have a lot of luggage. But my daughter had so much fun in this hotel room because she could access us, the 3 of us, all the time, anytime she wants. She just goes around the beds, and we all loved it. Now that we're on our way back to the Philippines, well, I have a flu, and eventually my daughter is going to catch it when we get on the plane, but it was such a fun trip. It was a bit different than our usual trips now that I have a toddler on tow. Plans, I realized, don't really happen. Like, things change. You have to be flexible. I can hardly feel my arms because my daughter loves to be carried. But it was such a lovely trip, and she enjoyed so much playing with her cousins, seeing the different places, and I can't wait to travel again. Hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. Happy New Year!